Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to clone drives and partitions on your Windows PC. Let's say you have a hard drive HDD in your laptop or desktop and you want to switch to a SSD. Now you want to move everything including your files and Windows installation so you can continue using all your programs without having to reinstall from scratch. Now you're going to use minitool shadowmaker for this. So first head to your browser and then search for minitool shadowmaker. Click on the first link to minitool shadowmaker free, and from here we can click on free download. After downloading, we can close our browser and open our download folder, and this is minitool shadowmaker. Now let's double click to run. Yes, and install now. Now this should take about a minute to download and install minitool shadowmaker. After installing, we can close this and then start now. Alright, now we're going to go through each of the features here. First, backup. So if you want to clone your drive, copy everything from your hard drive to your SSD or from one drive to another, first we are going to select the source, which we can check from here, and you should be able to see your drive here. In my case, I am just going to select a folder instead, so I'm going to click on source and then select folder and files. So let's say I want to back up a file, so I'm just going to select this zip file of 6 gig here and then click on OK. Now this is the source. Next we're going to select the destination where we want to back up data to. So we can select and then select a drive as well where you want to back up to. In my case, I'm going to use this backup drive and then click on OK. Now in your case, if you're trying to clone a drive, make sure that the source is a drive, not a file or a folder. So you just click on disk and partition and then you select the drive from here. But because I am running just one drive, I can't select the drive. You cannot clone from one drive to the same drive since it is going to move everything there. So make sure to select your hard drive from here. You could select all the partitions in the drive if you need to and then click on OK. So this is going to copy everything, clone everything and move it to our new SSD or any other drive here. In my case, let's just go with folder and we are going to back up just one specific folder file rather, which is our 6.98 gig file. Okay, this is the same way it would apply if we are backing up everything. So now let's click on backup. Now you also have an option to schedule a backup. You can schedule for later and set the time you want to back up, but we don't really need that. We want to back up immediately, so let's click on backup now. Okay, and you can see the backup is now running at 30%. And it's as simple as this. We've successfully backed up. This didn't take up to a minute. I didn't even speed up the video. Now if we go to this PC and you see the backup folder right here, you can see file backup. The first is empty. That was the first task which we set here, and this is supposed to run later. And then the second task down here, you can see our backed up file right here. Now if you look closely, you can see that this file isn't like it was, isn't a zip file because we backed up this zip file, and if we go back, this isn't a zip file. That is because we can restore our backup whenever we want to use it as well. So to restore backup, we click on restore here and then we select the file we want to restore, or we can simply click on add backup and select the drive we backed up which we want to restore, which in your case you would most likely select a drive, and then we can click on OK to restore that drive. Now I'm just going to restore the file I just backed up, so let's click on restore and you can see the time of backup. Next, next, and select where we are restoring to. In my case, I'm just going to restore in the D folder. Click on OK, and now we can click on Start, and it should restore your backed up files. This doesn't really take long. The time depends on the size of the file you are backing up or restoring. And you can see the operation is complete. Now we click on OK and finish. Now if we go to our file manager, inside the D folder, you can see the backed up file which we restored successfully here. So basically, this is how to back up and restore files. You can use this to clone your drive, clone your hard drive to your SSD, or clone your SSD to another SSD. You can basically use this to replicate your files and create backup solutions. Now there is also an option to sync two drives. So it's going to sync 5 from one source to 2, which is the destination. You can restore, which we've talked about. From here you can manage all your backup or the scheduled backups, and we have the logs of everything here. You can see the successful file backup and the time that was done here as well. We also have other tools like media builder, boot menu, dismount, clone disk, and so much more, which you can check out. Now most of the features of this app is totally free for a limited time, so you can use it, test it out, make sure everything works the way you want. And then if you want, you can get the pro license for $12.99. This license is for one PC and it's a monthly subscription. And there is also the pro annual license, which I would recommend. Yearly package is around $36 since you're paying $3 monthly, which is a huge savings compared to the first monthly subscription. And lastly, there is also a lifetime license, which is $79, and you get to use this software for life. Now you could go with whichever you want, but don't buy until you've tested the free trial and make sure that it works for what you need it for. So basically, this is how to clone your drive, backup and recover your files on Windows using minitool shadowmaker. If this video was helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notification. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.